Hello, welcome to another edition of the Mexico and the World podcast, the podcast so that we can talk about events, celebrations and more about Mexico and the world. We are going to start talking about the celebration of Father's Day. What a more important day than celebrating one of the people who gave us life in Mexico. Obviously get used to giving their parents their little gifts, and they also get used to feeding them their favorite dish, and although it is increasingly used to taking them to a restaurant, it is also used as it is tradition, as I told you. Feed them their favorite dish, and it is a family celebration in which several generations get together, the children, the parents, the grandparents and everything to celebrate the Pope. Now we are going to change the subject, and we are going to talk about the fact that Refugee Day is celebrated in this, well, obviously with greater importance with what is happening now with the war in Ukraine and Russia. An essential example these days, and we also cannot leave aside, for example, what those people who ask for refuge, how are the immigrants who flee their countries asking for refuge precisely because of the situation that exists in their countries. We are also going to talk about Yellow Day, the happiest day of the year that is also celebrated in June, so let's hope that May-June be one of your favorite months. For this reason, and may you be very happy, and that brings us to the celebration of the summer solstice, which also makes some people's hearts very happy. And we cannot leave aside what is European Music Day. You know, music is very important in education, culture, socialization, discipline, in short. Many things even make our hearts happy when we are, for example, depressed or in a bad mood. Music is always a help. Let us remember that in Europe it is very important in music, and it never leaves aside because, for example, there are many concerts, especially in summer, and festivals and concerts, for example, of classical piano music, organ music, etc. example in churches and cathedrals. So let's not leave aside the celebration of music on European Music Day, as you know. I'll just leave you with the themes so that we keep them in mind, and I hope that even if it's short you liked this edition, and I did not want to say goodbye without thanking you for listening to us and reminding you of our social networks email. Podcast Mexico and the World at gmail.com, Twitter, at Mexico the World Facebook, Mexico and the World Podcast, YouTube, Mexico and the World. Thanks again for listening to us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next edition. Thanks, bye.